Hello, my name is AJ Gupta. I'm the Director of Product Marketing at Huawei Enterprise. As organizations start taking this journey to digital transformation, one of the major challenges that network managers and CIOs are facing with is how to improve operational efficiency, how to get better insights into their network, how to troubleshoot and locate faults. It's not just about locating the faults, but how to do it proactively. It's my great pleasure to introduce you with the latest product from Huawei. It's called CloudAPP. It's a mobile environment, a mobile version currently available for iPads, and it gives a complete life cycle management from start to finish for the network managers. There are three major value propositions for the CloudAPP. The number one thing, all the way from planning, deployment, management, provisioning, troubleshooting, all can be done in one stop. So the service assurance that our network managers are looking is inherently built into this CloudAPP. The number two things, to give you a better insights into the network, to give you an analytics based on the big data. For example, on my behind, you can see there network managers can really look at where the heat maps are, where the users are located, where there is a greater need to deploy more APs, where there could be a problem in the future. All can be done in one single application. And the most important value proposition that we think really comes from being very open. The CloudAPP provides APIs for the third-party vendors to integrate their applications into CloudAPP. So to summarize, a single application for whole lifecycle management for campus networks that networks managers have been asking for a long time, and we strongly believe it brings the efficiency and cuts down on the OpEx for our CIOs. So without any further ado, let's look at the demo for the CloudAPP. Thank you.
So let's show you the demo for the CloudAPP. You can download the application from the Apple Store. Once you download it and install it, this is what you're going to see as the first screen. You type in your username and password. There are 4 different things that you can do. Today we're going to focus only on the Cloud Campus. So let's go log in here. Once you log in, this is what you're going to see. There are 3 things the screen is divided into. On the very top, you can personalize and customize the information that you would like to get to the network managers. The middle screen, you can see there are 6 tabs. You can do from the planning, finding out the network resources, user resources, what the user distribution is, application distribution, and finally you can configure the policy. And on the bottom, in just one screen, you can see the whole status of the network. For example, on the left-hand side, you can see what the different AP status is. The ones in the green show you that 16 APs are in normal, healthy condition. 5 of the APs have some sort of an alarm, actually. The 4 APs are faulty and need to be taken care of, and the 2 are not connected. The middle portion, you can see the total traffic usage in the network. So total number of megabytes that's being used here by the network, both from an uplink and a downlink perspective. And finally, on the right hand side, you can see the total number of users using the network. So let's go one by one. I'm going to go into the scanning deployment here. This gives you the map of the network from a planning point of view. The ones you can see here, there are actually 27 that have already been deployed. There is one AP that is being planned. So it's been configured but not been installed. So the various location where the APs are available and the APs are planned, you can just get it all from one screen here. Let's go to the network resources here. Here again, in a single screen, you can look and find out of the distribution of the traffic. Who are the top devices using your traffic? What are the type 5 SSIDs collected based on the traffic distribution? So if we go further down, you can see the name of the AP, the MAC address, how much CPU it is using, how much traffic is being passed, and obviously the uplink rate and downlink rate. On the left of every AP, you can see a color. The green means good, as we said. The yellow alarm needs further attention, and obviously reds are faulty. So let's go click on one of the APs here. Once I click on one of the APs, there are several things, corrective action you can take here. You can restart the AP, you can actually reset the AP, you can ping the AP, you can trace the AP. So a lot of corrective actions can be done once you find out something needs to be done with that AP. Let's go back again and let's show you the user resources. In the user resources, you can see here again in one screen the total user distribution statistic. It's got an online user CAD, the online duration, how long the users were connected, and again based on the associated radio, what the user distribution is. Again, on the bottom of the screen, you can see in a tabular format the different user based on their MAC addresses, what their user IDs, the user names are, what's their IP addresses, how long have they been online with the AP, what's their negotiated rate, and what's the signal strength in decibel. Because if the signal strength is below -40, there is something needs to be, AP needs an attention here. So let's go show you the third screen here, actually the fourth screen, from a user distribution point of view. This gives you the heat map here, where the APs are located, where all those users using those APs are located. You can see here on the right hand side the total user statistic and how much has been detected actually by the different APs here. Heat map gives you a very good planning tool. Based on the heat map, you know where your users are and where you would like to put your APs in the future. So let me show you one more thing. This is the devices here. So heat map was mainly for the users, and on the devices you can see here where the different APs are located. So anytime you wanted to find where a particular AP that is giving you problem, you can just go to this devices map and find the physical location of that particular AP. Let me show you the application distribution here. This is probably one of the most important tasks from a Campus Insights point of view. As we told you, Campus Insights give you per application, per user statistic, getting to know what different applications are running in your network, what are the top 5 applications that people are using here, who is clogging, who is hogging the bandwidth here, how much traffic is there, and what is the percentage of that application what is the percentage of the traffic that is being used by that particular application. So very, very important information for a network manager when you're trying to troubleshoot and diagnose a particular application. Finally, let me show you the user policy, how the user policies have been automated here. You can see here you can create different policies. Here we have created guest 1, guest 2, guest 3. You can actually define the time range where that policy is effective, whether that policy is on the weekdays or on the weekends or all the time. You can define the different SSIDs that fall into that policies. You can actually do the bandwidth adjustment, actually how much bandwidth you're going to allow for that particular policy. So all the users within that user group are only allowed to use this range of bandwidth. Also, you can do here, you can see here, coming back to the top level, in one screen, in one click, you get the top level of what's happening in the network. So hopefully it gives you some idea of what Campus Insights can do for you. It's a pretty useful tool, as been told by some of our beta customers, and happy to answer your questions. Feel free to contact any of your salespeople or send us an email or any questions online.